The Montreal Canadiens are in an enviable position, a testament to the meticulous planning and shrewd decision-making of general manager Kent Hughes. The summer has been marked by significant internal commitments, solidifying the foundation of a burgeoning dynasty. Young forward Ivan Demidov, a cornerstone of the future offense, has been locked into a multi-year extension, ensuring his electrifying skill remains in Montreal for the foreseeable future. Goaltender Jakub Dobes, who emerged as a playoff stalwart, also secured a new multi-year deal, providing crucial stability and confidence in net. Even restricted free agent Kirby Dach avoided arbitration, signing a one-year, $3.6 million extension, a move that maintains flexibility while keeping a valuable asset in the fold. These strategic moves, coupled with the existing long-term contracts for foundational players like Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, and Uri Slavkovsky, mean that Montreal's core is firmly in place, poised for sustained success. The sky, indeed, appears to be the limit for the Habs. But what if the Canadiens could add another layer of offensive dynamism? A player who recently exploded for 41 goals and, in a bold statement of self-worth, reportedly turned down a massive extension from his current club. This isn't hypothetical. It's a very real and incredibly exciting scenario now circulating around Anaheim Ducks forward Cutter Gauthier. This potential acquisition represents not just an upgrade, but a seismic shift in the Canadiens' offensive landscape, pushing them even closer to the pinnacle of NHL contention. The Gauthier Gambit, a bold stroke for Montreal's offense. In recent days, reports have emerged that Cutter Gauthier, coming off a sensational 41-goal season in 2025-26, rejected a 4-year, $52 million contract extension from the Anaheim Ducks. This is a player who, despite his youth, is already demonstrating elite scoring prowess and a clear understanding of his market value. Gauthier, currently an unsigned restricted free agent, is operating on the final year of a 3-year entry-level deal with a modest salary cap hit of $950,000. This contractual situation, combined with his recent performance and apparent dissatisfaction with Anaheim's offer, has ignited speculation across the league, and Montreal, with its burgeoning core and strategic cap space, is positioned to be a prime suitor. A recent trade scenario, generated on a roster-building tool PuckGM, paints a vivid picture of how Gauthier could land in Montreal. The proposed deal would see Gauthier shipped to the Canadiens in return for a significant package. Forward Alex Newhook, defenseman Caden Gull, the signing rights to prospect Alexander Zarovsky, and Montreal's first-round selection in the 2027 NHL Draft. This is a substantial package, reflecting Gauthier's immense potential and recent production. It's a testament to his perceived value that such a haul would be considered for a player who has only recently broken out. However, acquiring Gauthier is only half the battle. As an unsigned restricted free agent, any trade would have to be accompanied by a new contract extension. According to Puckpedia, the Canadiens currently possess just under $10 million in available salary cap space. This cap flexibility is crucial, as the reported deal Gauthier turned down from the Ducks was worth $13 million a season. If Hughes were to pull the trigger on such a trade, he would face the critical decision of determining an appropriate number to offer Gauthier for his next contract. Is a yearly salary in the range of $10 to $13 million per season justifiable after just one 41-goal campaign? For a player of Gauthier's age, his 5th overall draft pedigree, and his demonstrated scoring potential, many would argue yes, especially given the rising salary cap and the cost of acquiring elite talent. This would be a long-term investment in a player entering his prime, regardless of the exact financial terms. If the Canadiens were to acquire Gauthier and sign him to a new contract, it would represent another bold and decisive move on the part of Kent Hughes to significantly improve his roster. It would inject an immediate high-impact offensive talent into the lineup, providing Canadiens with even more help on the offensive side of the puck, a stated goal for the team. This isn't just about adding a player. It's about adding a legitimate game breaker, a consistent threat who can change the complexion of a game with his shot and offensive instincts. Gauthier's journey, from flyer to duck to potential Hab, Cutter Gauthier's path to this potential crossroads has been anything but conventional, marked by a dramatic turn that ultimately led him to Anaheim. He was originally taken in the first round, 5th overall, by the Philadelphia Flyers in the 2022 NHL Draft. However, he ultimately never played a single game for the franchise, a rare occurrence for such a high draft pick. After playing 2 seasons for Boston College, where he honed his skills and continued to impress scouts, Gauthier was famously traded to the Anaheim Ducks in return for defenseman Jamie Drysdale and a draft selection. Reports subsequently emerged that Gauthier had refused to play for Flyers, even ignoring their efforts to get in touch with him, and notably skipped their summer development camp. This history, while potentially raising questions about player relations and loyalty, also highlights Gauthier's strong will, his determination to control his own destiny, and his clear preference for a specific organizational fit. For the Canadiens, this could be seen as a positive, indicating a player who knows what he wants and is willing to commit to an organization that aligns with his vision. In his first full season with the Ducks in 2024-25, Gauthier demonstrated his potential, scoring 20 goals and adding 24 assists, a solid rookie campaign. But it was in the 2025-26 season that his VE production truly took off, as he reached a career-high 41 goals scored, along with 28 assists for a total of 69 points. This breakout season solidified his status as an elite offensive talent. He further solidified his big-game credentials by adding 4 goals and 8 assists in the Stanley Cup playoffs, showcasing his ability to perform when the stakes are highest and proving he can deliver in crucial moments. This playoff performance is particularly attractive to a Canadiens team with deep postseason aspirations. The strategic implications for Montreal. Acquiring Gauthier would be a transformative move for the Montreal Canadiens, impacting the team on multiple levels. It would immediately slot a dynamic, young, 40-goal scorer into their top 6 forward group, providing an immense boost to their offensive capabilities. Imagine a lineup featuring Nick Suzuki, Cole Caulfield, Uri Slavkovsky, Ivan Demidov, and now Cutter Gauthier. The offensive depth, versatility, and sheer scoring potential will be staggering, creating matchup nightmares for opposing teams and giving Martin St. Louis an embarrassment of riches to work with. This kind of offensive firepower is what truly separates contenders from pretenders. The trade package, while significant, is also strategically sound for Montreal, given their current roster construction and prospect depth. Alex Newhook is a talented player, but Gauthier represents a higher ceiling in terms of pure goal scoring and offensive impact. Caden Gould is a valuable young defenseman, a cornerstone of the blue line, but the Canadiens have a deep prospect pool on defense, including players like David Reinbacher and Lane Hudson, potentially allowing them to absorb Gould's departure without critically weakening the defensive core. The 2027 first-round pick is a future asset, and while invaluable, it's a price worth paying for a proven young elite scorer who can immediately impact the team's competitive window. The signing rights to prospect Alexander Zurovsky are a minor piece in the grand scheme of such a blockbuster, unlikely to deter either side. This move would further solidify Kent Hughes' reputation as a bold and decisive general manager, unafraid to make the necessary moves to accelerate the Canadiens' competitive window. It would send a clear message to the league that Montreal is not just building for the future. They are building to win now, and for many years to come. The financial flexibility created by the team-friendly deals of their core players is precisely what allows for such an aggressive pursuit of a talent like Gauthier, demonstrating the foresight of Hughes' long-term cap management strategy. The road ahead. While the trade scenario remains a proposal, the underlying conditions are ripe for such a move. Gauthier's rejection of Anaheim's extension offer, his proven scoring ability, and Montreal's cap space and desire for offensive help create a compelling narrative. The Ducks, facing a disgruntled star and the prospect of losing him for nothing as an unrestricted free agent in the future, might be compelled to move him sooner rather than later to maximize their return. This pressure on Anaheim could be Montreal's greatest ally. The question for Kent Hughes and the Canadiens is not if they should pursue Gauthier, but how aggressively. The price will be steep, but the reward could be immense. Another foundational piece, a 40-goal scorer who perfectly fits the team's competitive timeline and offensive philosophy. This is the kind of bold move that can elevate a promising team into a true Stanley Cup contender, transforming potential into tangible success. So, Canadiens Nation, what is your take on the potential acquisition of Cutter Gauthier? Would you be willing to part with Alex Newhook, Caden Gould, and a 2027 first-round pick for a young, 40-goal scorer who has already proven his ability to perform in the playoffs? Do you believe Gauthier's talent and potential justify a contract in the $10 to $13 million range, making him a long-term fixture in Montreal? And how would adding Gauthier impact your expectations for Canadiens' immediate future and their long-term Stanley Cup aspirations? This is a defining moment for franchise's offense, a decision that could shape the next decade of Canadiens hockey. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you want to stay ahead of every strategic play, every blockbuster trade, and every development that shapes the future of our beloved Montreal Canadiens, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. The pursuit of greatness is relentless, and sometimes the biggest gambles yield the greatest rewards.